We had AD out with the calf. He's still out. And now LeBron, we're hearing maybe a month. High ankle sprains can be very serious. Where's your level of confidence in terms of the team keeping it together with all these injuries and not getting too far behind in the West?
Well, Molly, it's going to be tough because we got a tough schedule, and the West is so good that the problem is you're taking out both of our best two, not only their superstars, but they're our best two scorers, and they also are best two creators for getting shots for other guys. So that becomes an issue for the team. They will play hard. Coach Vogel is a great coach. The guys will come out and compete, but the problem, the West is just so good. And so we saw that the other night against Phoenix. The Lakers just didn't have enough firepower to beat them. And that's going to be our issue until AD and LeBron comes back. And I hope that they don't penalize LeBron in terms of the MVP. The same thing I hope they don't do for Joe Embiid. These two players have been dominant all season long. And I hope they don't be out too long so that they can, compete for that MVP race as well.
Last year, there was this big-time show on ESPN. It was called Sports Center with Stephen A., Will Bond, and Magic Johnson. That's what it was, a big-time show, okay? And during that show, I saw Irvin Magic Johnson that was never, ever nervous at all about the Lakers last year. He was very confident they were going to win the chip. I don't sense that same level of confidence this year, Magic Johnson. Is it true you're a little bit nervous about this year's team? And if so, specifically, why would that be, sir?
Well, I'm nervous because, when you have, AD and LeBron out with injuries, that is a cause of concern. And then I'm concerned about the middle, too. We are not very good at shot blocking. The things we used to be good at with Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, we can't close the middle down this year. We don't have that type of length on our team. So I hope that during this trade deadline, or if somebody get bought out, that we can, solve that issue. But it's going to be tough for any team to beat the Lakers if they're healthy 4 times in a playoff series. It's just going to be tough. So I still believe in the Lakers, but the Lakers have competition this year that they didn't have last season. And we looking at the West with Utah, with Denver, the Clippers. I think it's still going to come down to the Clippers and the Lakers for the West. And then I give Milwaukee some credit. That picking up P.J. Tucker from Houston, that trade, it's really going to help them in the playoff. And Trevor Ariza going to Miami, that's going to help them too. So let's see what Philly ends up doing in the trade deadline, because Milwaukee is a better team right now, and that fourth quarter small team is going to be a lot better with P.J. Tucker.
Magic, there was some sad news yesterday. So many Lakers greats, you and Kareem, Kobe, and Shaq, Wilt, and so many players, and among the greats, the greatest players who ever lived, Elgin Baylor, who passed yesterday. Do you have any thoughts on Elgin?
Well, Max, you know that Elgin was the first Laker and Los Angeles Lakers superstar, right? We know that George Mikan was in Minnesota, but when it comes to Los Angeles, and you think about Showtime, and you think about somebody with the creativity, the hang time, he was actually Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan. He was Dr. J before Dr. J. And let's remember this, Max. This dude scored 60 points in the NBA Finals, and it still holds the record for NBA Finals most points scored in a game. 60 against the Celtics.
Unreal.
And also, Molly, he scored 70 in a regular season game. I mean, when you think about
my goodness,
Hall of Famer and superstar, it's Elgin Baylor, and he's still up under the radar. He should get more notoriety than he's getting, and we want to say rest in peace to this Hall of Famer, and also we're praying for his wife and his kids as well.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.